Hello Capricorn. It is my intention to share with you today the reading that is going to give you the map of the energies for the month of July. And because I'm very well aware that I've been leaving you guys abandoned for a while, it is my plan to make a comeback by sharing with you the information regarding June as well. So you can understand where you're coming from and basically gain a clearer understanding of the large scheme of things. So sit back and relax, and I really hope this content helps you out in your decision-making process. Let's see what comes up. And we start this session so that nothing but the truth shows up, because it is my honest intention that that's the only thing that happens, with a touch of love as well. Thank you for giving me an answer that's clear, direct, concise and precise, so that everything that Capricorn can know, thus allowing them to make better choices in the future, because it is my honest intention to help you guys out. And if I have the chance to do so, then why not? Ten of Swords, that talks about the ending of a cycle, the end of something, of a process, of a way of thinking. It is still too early to tell you details about the end of what. But basically, when we're looking at the Ten of Swords, this speaks about something in your life that has come to an end. And it's a good thing as well, because the Ten of Swords does talk about a very good end of a cycle. From darkness to light. If you can see that, it's right here in the card. You may be looking at darkness where you are standing right now, but you'll realize soon enough that the more you go in your life, the more you advance, the more light you will see around you, because it is in the horizon right now. But let me draw three cards to give you a summary of what happened during June with you guys, with you Capricorn. Alright, so this is going to be the summary of June. And let's see. We have Seven of Swords reversed, Strength reversed with Death, and Temperance. I feel something you were trying... Well, this is the very first interpretation. Something you were trying to hide came up to the light, and it was revealed, and when it was revealed, everything fell away. So now you're left naked, in truth, with the task of figuring out things for yourself. Because you have the Seven of Swords here, which means, and the Seven of Swords right next to the Ten of Swords, which means that during last month there were many revelations in your life, and there were many endings regarding your own illusions and your own deceptions. So basically, it has been a time, June was the time when you found out most of the things you needed to know in order to make a very wise decision. And this is concerning, because this is the Strength reversed and Death, which means that you lost your willpower, you lost your resolve, you lost your faith. Maybe you were very attached to a situation, the situation that ended. Maybe you were very attached to that, and now that that's gone, you are in a situation that's very confusing, because you are having to face a new life, a new lifestyle without that thing or without that person. And it's not something you're used to do, but you still have to do it anyway. So I see you like having to come to terms with a new way of living that is not to your taste, but it will be for the better. And then we have Temperance, which is a card representing you being at ease, you taking your time to process things, to accept the things that have changed, to let go the things that must be let go, and basically to just experience your new life, experience the new way things are. But it's not something you like, I can feel. The reason why I say it's not something you liked, it's because you have the Seven of Swords and the Strength reversed. And those two cards combined, they do speak. If you haven't lied to anyone, if you haven't manipulated or anything, that's great. But some of you Capricorn, you were really trying to deceive or to try to sneak something, to have something be ignored by the masses, and that didn't work, and when it didn't work, you had to drop that attempt. And dropping that attempt meant that you had to let something go, for real. And it's not something you like, but it's something that was completely necessary, because if it was an illusion, it wasn't good for you anyway. And it is exactly what you have to accept right now. Then we have 3 more cards, which is like the further information of the month. And we have the Hangman, 4 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. This is amazing. This is great. This is like, this changes the whole thing. Because it talks about, it is possible that you try to pull something off during June, and this didn't work. And when it didn't work, you had to face the new reality of things, the new situations. And even though it wasn't pleasant at first, because you were really attached or you were really used to that way of being or thinking, the longer you went into the month, the more you realized that this is exactly what you needed for you to have the chance to go ahead with your life. So it was an unwelcome change, but an unwelcome change that you found a way to make the most of it. And that's so great. Because you reach a point where you said, well, there's not really a lot I can do about this. Clearly the situation isn't gonna change. So instead of crying about spoiled milk, or instead of complaining about things that will never change, how about I take this chance to celebrate myself, celebrate where I am, appreciate the things I have, and then plan my next move. That is so great, Capricorn. I'm so happy for you. Because the more I do the readings for June and July, the more I realize that June was a month of sacrifices. It was a month of tough decisions for everyone, where everyone had to face the truth and only the truth and follow that path. And you did as well. But unlike many of the other signs, you were completely capable of turning this around. You minimized the time it took you to suffer, and you are maximizing the potential you have at your feet to develop whatever it is that you want to develop or pursue. That is amazing indeed. And I'm gonna draw 3 more cards to finish this first reading about June with the 3 most important things you need to know about that month. But so far so good. It was a rough start, I can give you that, but again, as I said, the more you go into the month, the more you went into the month, the more you saw the situation for what it was. It wasn't the end, it was the beginning of something new, and you made the most of that. So the 3 most important things you need to know right now, Capricorn, is basically that it's a good thing that you are able to see your emotions for what they are and not follow them, because that gives you the space to look at the situation for what it is and make the best decision based on that, based on your own emotional well-being. And the more you realize the great opportunity that is just ahead of you, the less constricted you're feeling, the less limited you're feeling, and the more excited you are to take on this challenge and to overcome it. That speaks so great of you, Capricorn. I'm so happy about that. Because again, it talks about someone who was able to change the worst into the best. And that's so great, because you will not be fooled around anymore. Right now, you're looking for that great adventure, or that great enterprise, or that great endeavor, which will give you exactly what you want and what you deserve, based on your effort. So basically, you're not going to be wasting any more time in situations or institutions that don't really pay any mind to you. In fact, you will leave those kind of situations because you are tired of it, and you will go into new horizons, which gives you a far better promise for your own future. Regarding July, this is a reading called The Pillars of Mercy, and the Pillars of Mercy reading basically is for July, and it answers the month in 3 simple but key questions. The first one being, what are the background influences, the invisible energies that will be around the month of July? The second question is, what are the energies that you will be going through? And the third question is, what are the 3 best advices I can give you that will really help you in making the most out of anything you are facing right now? And this is my first advice. This is my second advice, and last but not least, 3 cards. Alright, let's see then. As for the background information, 10 of Swords, which is the card you got, the Fool and the Hermit. What a great spread of cards. This means about you coming to terms with the ending of this cycle and embracing the new in favor of prioritizing yourself and your own well-being and your own sense of who you really truly are. So, you know, I couldn't explain it in a more straightforward way. There's nothing else to say. This is a perfect representation of you placing yourself first. And placing yourself first on such a high priority that you have no problems in leaving anything that doesn't suit you in favor of embracing the new. That's great. When we go into the energies themselves that you will be facing, you have the 8 of Wands reversed, the Empress reversed, and the 8 of Cups, which makes complete sense. July is a month for you coming to a stop, for you allowing things to die, for you allowing things to wither and fade away because you want to leave. Because you realize that no matter how many joyful moments you can get from your current situation, that current situation is no longer enough to satisfy your emotional needs. So instead of keep going with the grinding fest, instead of keep going with the things you have to do every single day because it is part of your routine, you're deciding to stop, fade away, and leave this place in favor of finding that true thing which is gonna satisfy all of your emotional needs. That is amazing, that's great. Then again, granted, it is gonna be a rocky experience because you're changing a lots of things, and that change of routine, that change of pace is certainly gonna take a toll in your way of doing things, naturally. But you are okay, you are able to take this challenge. You are willing to go through this challenge, because even though it's gonna mean a slight setback for now, it is gonna be an investment for later, because you're not investing in terms of money, you're investing in terms of your own happiness and deciding that which is gonna make you really, really happy. Again, a great reading. What are the 3 advices I can give you right now? Don't prolong the change. Don't think things so much. Don't argue so much. Try to make this change as fast as possible. Do not linger. Do not take too long to go through that transition phase. Don't postpone things. Don't overanalyze things. Don't hesitate. Do not doubt. The Tower reversed and the 5 of Swords reversed means that this is a decision that you have already made, so anything that does not fulfill or help the manifestation of this decision is going against you. It is not helping you out. So basically, do not avoid the change. Look for it. Do not fear the change. It is not going to bring you any kind of problems. In fact, it is going to solve most of the things you're going through right now. My very first advice is don't focus on appearances and don't argue. The only person who has to agree with the things you are doing is yourself, and as long as you're happy with what you're doing, that's great. No need to burn everything down though. This is a sweet spot, this is a balance point you need to reach. It is a balance point between the extreme of do not linger, do not postpone, do not argue, just do it. But also it is on the balance from the other extreme, which is, how could I say this? This is only a process. Don't take this personally. Don't get any meanings from this. This is only you changing lifestyles. You don't have to fight. You don't have to destroy everything. You don't have to forego everything. It would be better, in fact, and I would advise you personally, I would advise you this personally, not with the needs of cards. If you're leaving a place, if you're making a change, a huge change, it is not necessary to go with a blast. Like, it is not necessary to leave the place in fighting, with arguments, with pending situations, with misunderstandings. Just try to go with the change with the least resistance possible. Don't argue with anyone, but also don't destroy everything. Just focus on yourself, look within, and do the things you have to do for yourself. The second one is Page of Cups, Pentacles, sorry. You are leaving for a better opportunity that will not be denied, and that's a good thing for you because you're Capricorn and you care about reaching the cliff, reaching the high point of the mountain. So this is not really an advice, this is more of a fortune telling, and basically what I'm trying to say here is that whatever choice you made, whatever opportunity you are pursuing, it will be for the best. It may not look like it at first, but if you are capable of staying with it, of being present to the situation, of just enjoying things for what they are, you will soon come to find that this experience, this choice, is actually going to pay off before it is too late. So this is great. This is you taking advantage of the decision you have made. And the last advice I can give you, Knight of Wands reversed, the Emperor reversed, and the Moon upright. This is a warning sign. Look, I feel with these three cards, I feel the following thing. I feel that there is a chance that you've been experiencing very difficult situations in the last few months. Situations that have left you in a mood state that is more disconnected or disappointed or exhausted, or basically you don't really care about things anymore. You don't want to make any more effort because you had such a bad experience and such a terrible experience that you no longer believe that the things you are doing are worth the effort. Don't fall on that. That is giving up. And with these cards, they are literally saying you are exhausted. You have given up your own vision. You don't feel you can manifest the things you want to manifest. That is something that will hurt you if you don't overcome it right now. How can you overcome something? Let's say you've been working at a miserable job that has left you with so many disappointments that you no longer believe the job can actually have any kind of fulfillment or any kind of rewards. So you're just working for the paycheck. You're just working to get to the other month, and basically you found a new opportunity in some other place that is offering you a better job. The risk with these cards is that you go into this new job knowing that this is going to be better, but you arrive at this job with the very same feeling that made you leave the previous job. So you're going to reach a great opportunity. You will enter a magnificent opportunity, but your own state of being, your own mood is going to play against you. So if I could offer you any kind of advice right now, it would be go in with a smile. Forget about the past. Forget about the shitty experiences you had in your last job or whatever it is that you're resonating with. Forget about that and try to develop the willpower to welcome what's new with your arms wide open and a grin on your face. It is going to help you out, because anything else, any kind of feeling of being tired or being defeated or anything, doesn't have to be present in your new life. It doesn't have to. And you will soon come to find that this opportunity is actually a very good one for you. So I drew you three cards right now, and these three cards are what are going to sum up this reading, and then we're going to go into the last reading, which is also important but very short. Knight of Wands reversed, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups reversed. So Capricorn, this talks about you realizing that no matter how much effort you put into the current situation, it will not work. Because this is not about you putting effort into something external. This is about you realizing that you need to put the passion back in yourself. You need to be passionate about yourself, not about some institution, not about your job, not about the things you have to do, but about you, about your own life, about the things you're getting back from you and for you. So obviously this is a change of direction where you're saying, well, this is not really worth it, and because it is not really worth it, I'm not going to stay here forever, I'm going to leave. And when you made the choice to leave, that was the right choice, because it is going to lead you into a situation that is going to be in complete alignment with who you want to be. Do be mindful though, because having to leave this behind means that there are certain relationships that you will have to say goodbye as well. So I'm not saying this to make you sad, I'm saying this so you can appreciate maybe the last days you will share with some people you love before you have to say goodbye to them. Well, you know, change is always like that. Change, especially drastic changes, will always force you to say goodbye to certain kind of relationships. And it's a good thing they're telling you that right now, because you know this now. If you're watching this video, you are not aware that your decision may lead you into a path that will force you to say goodbye or to sacrifice certain relationships. Now that you're aware of that, you will have the chance to appreciate them for what they are before it is the end. So do enjoy yourself. You know, Capricorn has this tendency to be all work and no fun. I'm not judging, that's actually a good thing, it is your strength. But don't forget that emotional ties are important as well. So don't destroy everything, don't burn the bridge. You are leaving, yes, that's great, you are leaving towards a new place. There's no need for you to burn everything that's before you, like in your bag. No need. You can just say bye with a smile and leave them to their own devices, and you can carry your own merry road. Because who knows, maybe you will run into those kind of people again. And if you leave with a grin on your face, it's gonna be better off than leaving without arguments or anything like that. These are gonna be the 3 keys of your liberation. So thank you for giving me the truth, nothing but the truth and only the truth, because it is my honest intention to guide you and enlighten you. And if I have the chance to do so, then why not? These cards I'm drawing for you right now are the 3 keys of your liberation. They are optional because they're very difficult, they're very challenging, so I'm not forcing you or anything. But if you do them, if you contemplate what I'm gonna say right now, and if you try to practice that every day during this month, I can guarantee you will be better off before the end. So let's see what comes up. First advice is 3 of Cups, which is abundance. You are in a very abundant energy. Do enjoy yourself. Do really enjoy yourself. Try to connect. Try to experience. Try to share yourself with others. You don't have to force yourself to share with everyone if you don't want to. But you see, the 3 of Cups here does talk about you being able to feel joyful, to put importance in your emotional needs. You are leaving this place because it wasn't meeting your emotional needs. So whatever you go right now, and in fact it doesn't really matter about going, it is about yourself. Do try to develop the skill to enjoy yourself and share yourself with others, because that's gonna make you feel more abundant, thus helping you feel more joyful, which is the only thing you need. The second thing is the Sun reversed. Because it is a very drastic change, a very intense transition phase, there will be times where you will be feeling down or without any kind of energy. Precisely because of that, precisely because there is a possibility that you feel diminished or with lack of strength. The best way for you, Capricorn, to regain your strength is meet up with the people you love. Share yourself with them. Do things that make you happy. Do things that make you feel happy. It is not all about work. It is important that you are able to nurture yourself so you can shine even brighter, because that's gonna benefit you in every single sense of the word. And at the end, Queen of Cups reversed. So I feel that you may be deciding something so strongly that, again, The decision you made has been great. It will lead you to better horizons. It is a very good chance, a very good opportunity, and you will make the most of it. But there's one thing that I do feel and I'm concerned with you, Capricorn, and that is that you are denying your own emotional well-being too much in favor of just getting where you want to get. I don't judge. If you want to force yourself, if you want to pressure yourself so you can get your goals, that's great. That's called hustling. And hustling is actually a very good philosophy of life because it allows you to take control of the things you're doing, of your time, and invest it in the smartest way possible to get the maximum return. That is amazing. That is wise. However, you have to realize something. You are a human being, not a machine. Machines can force themselves indefinitely and they can get great results because they don't need anything else but orders and energy. You, on the other hand, my friends, you don't work on electricity. You don't work on intention alone. You work on feeling good. You work with this, which is exactly what you are denying. You are denying this part of yourself. Be careful with that. Because the more you deny your emotions, the harder it will be for you to feel good with everyday life. So if I had to give you a hint, if I had to help you out with these three cards, the Three of Cups, the Sun reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed, what I could tell you is that there is a real importance for you to forget a little bit about job, to forget about a little bit about your path in life, and instead of focusing on looking at the grand scheme of things, you need to be able to focus just on this, just on feeling great, just on feeling happy, just on feeling joyful, because right now you are not doing that. You are just ignoring your emotional well-being. You're ignoring it, like, no, it doesn't matter. I can't really pay attention to this because it is a distraction. My feelings are a distraction and they are a liability and I need to get over them so I can get what I want. You will try, but you will reach halfway because your sun, your heart, the North Node is in Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. If there's anything that is really important for everyone right now, is focusing on how we are feeling and how we are resonating, the energy we have inside of ourselves. If you're pessimistic, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling betrayed, if you're feeling abandoned, if you're feeling like there's not enough fun in your life, it is time to put everything down and do something that's only for pleasure. Do something that is only to make you feel great about yourself. So go out, visit a restaurant, buy yourself something good. Not everything is fixed through buying things. But the thing is, you must take certain actions to feel better about yourself, about the path you're taking, and overall, just feel good. Just smile. Just enjoy. Take the time to appreciate the things that are happening. Not everything has to be a decision. You can take the time out to say, all right, I've done everything I can do. This is going great. It is time for me to enjoy myself. You are living here for you to be happy, not to build. Anything you build will be taken away when you die. It's not gonna last. Nothing on this earth lasts. But your happiness, the people you loved, the moments you shared, those things will be with you until the day you die and even after that. So look, I don't want to give you any kind of lessons or anything because you know better in your life than I do, but please do consider the fact that maybe you are leaving yourself abandoned in your emotional needs. So maybe take some time out, put your work down and do things that make you feel better. I feel that's really gonna make a difference in your life. Thank you for trusting in the things I can say and taking the time to listen to me, because it is my honest intention that the information I have shared with you right now helps you in making better choices in the future. And I wish you the very best. If you want to contact me or have a personal reading with me, you can do so right through the mail, which is in the description box below. I send in your way all the love and support you can receive, Capricorn, and I wish you the very best. Take good care. And take good care of your heart as well. It is very important. No one else will. You have to do it on your own. Cheers.